Welcome, all my Pick 3 at a Glance family and viewers. This is Mo Money Terry coming at you again today. My system is for all states, and anywhere in the world where they're using 1,000 numbers for the Pick 3 at a Pick 3 game. And this system is Pick 3 at a Glance, where I take 22 numbers and do the 1-1 rundown on them to create 1,000 numbers and work it by the law of average. And what we do is count down the numbers, and with the law of average, where the numbers have to rotate, we find those numbers that haven't played and we play them. We play the actual 1,000 numbers. All right, we play the actual numbers, no guessing. Also, this is the home where you don't have to do the tic-tac-toes, the date sums, the grids, and the flips, and the multiple rundowns. The only one rundown we're using is the 1-1 rundown. So I'd like to welcome everybody. Please like, share, and subscribe, and let's get this show on the road.
All righty, family. We're going to start. Today is September the 7th, 2022, evening draw in St. Louis, Missouri. This is Mo Money Terry. All right, and I can be contacted. I know my system works. I have no doubt. You can reach me at momoneyterry@gmail.com. You can call me at 314-260-9801. You can leave a comment. I'll get back with you. If I don't respond in decent time for you, just hit me up again. Evidently something might have got missed along the way, but I guarantee you, if I get your email, get your comments, or get your phone call, I'll definitely get back with you, okay? So what we have in here is a tutorial for the Pick 3 at a Glance system and how to use it. I'm starting with the the 082 that fell yesterday, September the 6th, 2022. Alrighty. This is it right here. The 082. And I like to tell you, last time it came in January the 17th, 2022. This helps to get an idea of how these numbers rotate. Because like I say, for the 1,000 numbers to rotate, it takes almost 3 years for them to rotate. So if you're not tracking your numbers, you're missing the ball. You're missing getting a whole picture of what's going on with these numbers at any given time. All right. Also, what we're doing here with the 1-1 rundown, we're taking this 082, and we want to see where the 082 is on the 1,000 Pick 3 at a Glance sheet here, with the 22 numbers that we use to find out where the 082 is by tracking it down. All right, and the system works off the law average. So here's it's a straight, so it comes 6 different ways. Straights come 6 different ways, and the 6 different ways they rotate by law average: 082 as it came, 028, 208, 280, 802, and 820. All right, so we're going to find out what column this 082 is in, and you do the 1-1 rundown on the 082, add 1 to each one of these numbers. Okay, so all you're really doing is doing straight math, and you're just counting down. And here you got the 0, and you just count down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then you got the 0 at the bottom. You got 0 at the top, 0 at the bottom. So that's when you know you added correctly. Same here. When you get to the 9 and you're adding the 1, it's 10, but you're not using the 1. You're just going to use the 0. So all you're doing is 8, 9, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 top, 8 bottom. Same here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 1, 2. Easy math. Can't get no easier than that. That's why I use this 1-1 rundown, because it's powerful. Now what we have here is the 22 numbers that makes up this master sheet. These are base numbers, okay? And they are, and it gives you the 22 columns, and they are 012, 013, 014, 015, 016, 017, 018, 024, 025, 026, 027, and 037. Now we're doing the doubles, and the doubles can come only three ways. And doubles are pick three numbers with two like numbers in them, okay? Like the 001 and the 011. They got two like numbers. So to make this here with the base numbers is 001, 002, 003, 004, 005, triple zeros, 011, 022, 033, 044. Everything's in numerical order, all right? Just the way we count basic, everything is basic in numerical order. It makes it easy. So what we're looking for here is, where is the 082? When you do the 1-1 rundown, I don't care what number this is here, one of these base numbers is going to be in this 1-1 rundown. Now it might not be exactly 9 out of 10, it might not be exactly the same, but the number will be there. So we know in column 8 is 024. The 024, you're doing a rundown because column 8 is the 024, but it's 204 on this rundown on the number, and you check it off. But when you do the 1-1 rundown on the 024 here, it's going to rotate. They're going to change. All the numbers will rotate, and it's going to be 802. Okay? So we're going to go to column 8 and look for the 02. Look at the 8024 base number. Here's column 8 with the 024. You go down, there's the 082. Check it out, bam, you're done. That's the principle. You can track all the numbers no matter when they come in, where they're at. You'll know at a glance where each number is at when you check it off every day. And you'll know what numbers played and what numbers didn't play and what column they didn't play off of at a glance. That's why you don't need to do the tic-tac-toes, do the date sum, do the grids, do the flips, do the other 100 different rundowns that they have, because all that's right here, because you're looking at it at a glance. You'll know what every number is doing. Okay? Now, how do we get the 1,000 numbers? Each one of these numbers here are the base numbers that I just called off to you. Each one of them has a 1-1 rundown done on them. Okay? And it's 10 of these numbers. Okay? Now, out of the 10 of these numbers, all of them here on the straights can come 6 different ways. 6 times 10 is 60 on each column. So you got 12 of them. So 12 times 60 gives you 720 numbers at a glance that you're looking at. That's 75% of those 1,000 numbers that you always going to know what's going on with at a glance, that you always got your hands on at a glance, okay? Or your eyes on, not your hands, but you probably got your hands as you have your finger on the pulse of the numbers, okay? But you always going to have your eyes on and know how they're doing. The doubles here, same thing, but they can only come 3 different ways, okay? Triples can come 1 way, and it's 10 of them. So we're going to take the one column, the 10 times 3 gives you 30 for each column, and it's 9 of them, so 9 times 30 gives you 270. And that 270 plus the 720 gives you 990 numbers. Plus the 10 for the triples here gives you 1,000 numbers. 1 in 1,000 odds. Ain't gonna never change playing pick 3. These numbers rotating by the law of average is never going to change. So that's why you have to track to see what the numbers are doing. Okay? Now once you track your numbers out, you start finding numbers that you're going to play, and when you hit, you know exactly where you're going to go to get your numbers. You ain't going to have to guess. The reason being, this here is the monthly sheet for September. I have a yearly sheet that I do just like this, that I mark off starting from January all the way up to September. So at a glance, I can see what numbers have failed and what numbers haven't failed, and what's the probability of me playing those numbers so I can hit. All right? So now, when you got these 10 numbers here in each column, you're not looking at 10 numbers, you're looking at 60 numbers. Now with these numbers that I do monthly, I can tell what columns have not failed, because I just if I don't mark a number off that column that month, I know it, and I'll check mark it or something. Then if I get a column ain't failed in 60 days, I got my eye on that column to pull my numbers off to make a bucket list out of. So when I do hit, I know exactly where I'm going to get my numbers from. Same way here. You can have a column, and I'm telling you, that's why I say play them till they come, make that money, y'all. They won't hit for 3 months, for 90 days. If a column don't hit for 90 days, definitely when I do hit, I'm looking at that column to pull my numbers off of. Because by the law of average, something is going to come off that column. And definitely if it go 4 months. So you're always looking at where you can pull your numbers from. You don't have to guess. You don't have to do the tic-tac-toe. You don't have to do the grids. You don't have to do the date sum. Because you're always looking at your 1,000 numbers at a glance to know where you're pulling your numbers from. Period. No guesswork. You're looking at the actual 1,000 numbers. So, and the beauty of this, if you're a pick 3 player, when you start playing pick 3, you're going to hear and start looking at the YouTube, you're going to hear about grids and mirrors and flips. But my system, you only really have to worry about is mirroring, okay? Mirroring is numbers that are the opposite. 3 numbers, the pick 3, that's the 3 that's opposites of each other. Let's take 0, triple zeros to 499, which would be your top numbers. And 500 to 999 will be your bottom numbers, okay? So you want to see what numbers are the opposite of each other like that. Okay, on this grid here, I call it grid or graph, I guess you can call it, but 1 opposite 6, 6 opposite 1, 2 opposite 7, 7 opposite 2, 3 opposite 8, 8 opposite 3, 4 opposite 9, 9 opposite 4, 5 opposite 0, 0 opposite 5, okay? So the strategy here is, if you was playing 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8 come in, they just played your bottom number instead of playing your 1, 2, 3. If you're playing 8, 9, 0, and 3, 4, 5 come in, they just played your top number instead of playing your bottom number. Simple math. I love simple math. I keep it easy and simple. This is easy as it get in my book. The beauty of that is in column 8, where you see this 802, the mirror of this 802 at a glance automatically lets you know that 357 is the mirror of this number. Okay, now I'm going to get in the middle here with a little bit. The reason being, when you're looking at those numbers that the columns ain't fell off of, numbers haven't failed in 2 or 3 months, if you get, say, this 016, and this mirror or its opposite haven't failed, the 561, you want to play those 2 numbers on the column. If you after you go through the months of checking off, and you know what your yearly sheet looks like, and you're gonna be able to see it. If the 016 and the 561 ain't failed, you want to play those 2 numbers. By the law of average, one of them gonna come in. And then also what you'll get on sometimes, or the 2 or 3 columns, you might have 4 like that. That might say the 016, the 127, and the 561, and the 672 don't fall in. You want to play all 4 of those numbers. At a glance, you know where you're pulling your numbers from. By law of average, one of those numbers coming in. Okay? You add those numbers to your bucket list. So when you hit, you got an idea at all times where you might be pulling your numbers from off of the 1,000 numbers. Same way with doubles. When you check them off, doubles can take 2 months, can take 3 months. But when you check it off, you always know what doubles are left for you to play by the law of average. And they do the same thing. If the mirror of the number don't come in, like this 112 and the 667 don't come in, then when you hit, you're gonna pull those two. Or if the 223 and the 778 don't come, you pay all four. By law average. In this time of the year, yeah, anything left and the mirror's not playing, you want to make them up. And if you still don't understand what I mean by here and now the opposite number, I'll do the triples for you. The opposite number is triple zeros, triple fives. 5 is a 0, 0 is a 5. 5 is a 0, 0, 5. Those are triple ones, triple sixes. I was triple twos, triple sevens. I was triple threes, triple eights. I was triple sixes, triple ones. So the thing is, you hear some people say, well, I was playing them triple ones and they played them triple sixes. They just played the opposite. So that's basically the power of this. It puts everything that you can imagine in your hands. All states' numbers rotate differently. No one suit fit all states. You don't know if a number is rolling from California to your state if you ain't tracking. You don't know what those numbers are doing. All numbers rotate differently. All the DNA and data on those numbers are different. All numbers from midday to evening rotate different. They gonna cross paths. If 500 fall midday and then it turns around and fall evening, don't mean that they rotating the same. They just cross paths. You need to know what your numbers are doing by tracking them yourself if you're gonna win some decent money in Pick 3. Pick 3 is doable and teachable. It's the only one where you can track the 1,000 numbers. You can't do it on Pick 4. It's 10,000 numbers. There's no way you can do it. But we can do this. We can do this. It's too easy. And if you follow me, if you don't do nothing, write these 2 numbers down I just showed you. Do the 1-1 rundown on it and follow me to get started. If you playing, just play the way you been playing. But once you start doing this and see what's going on with this, Pick 3 ain't gonna be the same game for you no more. This here is a game changer. It's been good to me. That's why I'm sharing it. I had a long time playing it. I know this thing inside and out. And anything you don't understand, like I told you, I explain to you in 30 minutes, you'll be on your way. And then, like I say, I got my name up here, so you know I'm for real. Count how many people on YouTube got their face and names up and phone numbers for you to call them. And we'll call you back. Because they not sure what they doing. I'm sure what I'm doing here. And I'm not trying to knock everybody, but this is truth. I got to put truth out here. If, a lot of people ain't going to like it. Change ain't easy for people. But if we gonna make some money, I want somebody to make some big money. Because when you start tracking the numbers like I show you, some people ain't gonna be tripping off of putting $10, $20 on a number. Because they gonna know it's coming because they didn't track it. Because they gonna know it's coming. They ain't gonna be guessing it's coming. And once you track them down, you're gonna see they falling in line in your own state. You can follow me, but track your own numbers off the sheet. Just see what I'm doing, but track your numbers as they fall in your states. But yeah, people gonna be doing some good things. It's gonna make you a lot better player, like it did me. Helped me lose a whole lot where I didn't. Before I came over with this, it was a whole lot of sleepless nights and a whole lot of nights wishing I could dream a number to play and hit, and that's what a lot of people are doing. You don't have to dream no number. Number right here, all of them, all 1,000 numbers right here at a glance. Okay, you don't have to do all that stuff. Okay, so that's it on the master sheet. Now I got three other strategies that I do use that I complement this. So you take all the guesswork out, and they're simple and they're all at a glance. All right. Now we take that 082 that came in. I put it on a sheet. Go to my community tab. I got a workout sheet that I use every day. And hit the link for my workout sheet so you can get an idea of how I do it. I just got these boards up here to show everybody how the system works. Okay, this is 082. I mark it on my calendar, and then I go to my strategy number 2 right here. Strategy number 2 is tracking the pairs. 082. This is 082 right here. What I do, I mark off the 08, I mark off the 02, and I mark off the 28, because it's 3 different numbers here. Okay, so you're gonna have 3 pairs to mark off. All right, if it's a double, like 112, I'm gonna use the 112. I'm gonna be consistent because I've been using that on other videos. If it's 112 come in, I mark off the 11 and the 12 because it's 2 different numbers. So it's gonna be 2 pairs. Okay, and then say if it's a triple, and I guess you would ask the question for a triple. If it's a triple, like the triple nines came in Missouri recently, I'll just mark off the 9s. Whatever triple it is, I just mark off because there's only one number, so it's going to be only 1 pair. Okay, so that would be whatever that triple is. If it's triple zeros, you just mark off the zeros. Okay, that's how the triples work. And at the end of the month, this is a monthly sheet. Whatever pair I didn't mark off, I carry over. I got my eyes on the pairs. Okay, and just for example, let's say at the 3 months I got 1 pair left and it's 23. I'd run that 23 down like from 230, 231, 232, 233, all the way down to 239. Okay, and then when you start using your master sheet, you're gonna see how to use that 2-3, because you're gonna be looking at everything on that master sheet that's gonna compare to what you're doing on your pairs. Right here, strategy number 3. Okay, you talk about code numbers. You're gonna hear a lot about code numbers on Pick 3. My thing with a code number, I just didn't want to know what the code number was. I want to know where it was at. So what I did, I put together a sheet from 0 to 9 with 3 columns. Okay, and say like the 082, I mark the 0 off in the first spot, 8 in the second spot, 8 in the second spot, and the 2 in the third spot. And at the end of the month, whatever position was open that I didn't mark off, I know it was in the front spot. Okay, at a glance. So if I was playing a number like 1, 2, 3, what I would do, I'd make sure I'd put that 2 in the front spot, and play 2, 3, 1, or I play 2, 1, 3. Okay, that's how you do that. Make sure if you plan your number, if it's cold, quite naturally you need to know where to play it at or where they code at. So if you plan that number, you want to know where to put it at to help you hit straight. All right. Same thing here. Now this here is a yearly sheet, and yeah, this is my yearly. I track the front pair and the back pairs. Okay, like the 082 that came in, I mark off the 08 front, and I mark off the 82 back. This is powerful. You're gonna always be tracking those front and back pairs. So if you got a number that you're looking at playing, you always know if the front of it or the back of it hasn't failed. And if the front of it or whatever didn't fall, you want to make sure you play that number like that. Like the 08, if you know the 08 hadn't failed and you playing a number, say 280, you want to make sure you play the 082. You know what I'm saying? Those pairs, checking those pairs is really going to be powerful for you once you open your eyes to them. Okay, I'm just going to give this example. 09 back pair last year didn't fall for me. 09 front pair, because the top is the front and the bottom is the back. 09 front pair. Can you see it? Yeah, 09 front. 9-0 back. It's easy, 9-0 back. You can see everything. Hadn't failed all year. So I moved it over. I carried and put it on my bucket list. Bucket list is numbers I plan to play. So when I hit this year, I added that 090 to my bucket list because I knew it hadn't failed last year either. 900 hadn't failed. So when it came 090, just like I knew it would by the law of average, and I hit it pretty good. Hit it pretty good. So just by tracking, tracking's going to change the whole game for you, and it ain't going to take you long. Okay, with Pick 3 at a glance. Now, that's a yearly sheet, but you're going to be using it all year long to see how things going, and you're going to be able to hit off of it. Right here is strategy number 5. All right, and what I did, now on the master sheet, you got all the doubles on it plus the triples, but I wanted to, if something was still missing for me, so I wanted to say, okay, if a double falls, I want to know if it's set failed with it or if the mirror had failed. So like here, let's say there's 119 and there's 991, they're sets. This 664 and this 446, they're sets. But these two sets mirror each other. All right, so at a glance, I'll know if a set failed by itself or if a mirror failed with it by itself. So if I found out that, okay, say I would always know if the 199 or the 991, the 119 and the 991 hadn't failed, I got my eye on that set. Or if I found out the 119 and the 664 hadn't failed, which is his mirror or his opposite number, I got my eye on to play them. Two obstacles by law average, they gonna come out. And then here, if say I find out that the whole set and the mirror didn't come out, I'm playing those. I got my eye on them because by law average, they're gonna come out. And usually with my tracking, you might get 3 columns like this not to come out. I'm definitely keep playing off of those 3 because by law average, something's gonna fall off those 3, if not 2, at least 1. When I'm tracking, if I'm looking for doubles, see, I don't never have to guess for where I'm gonna get my doubles from, because you're playing by law average, and you want to play the doubles that rotate each year, so you can see where you're gonna hit from. Okay. So you got your sets, which is the 119, 991, and the 664 and the 446, and they mirror each other. Powerful. Powerful. Puts everything in your hand in your perspective. Just 1,000 numbers. Okay? You can track them easy with this system. There's no other system like it that I've seen come close. All right, this is Mo Money Terry at you. Please like, share, subscribe, make comments. They said it increases the algorithm, so I can share this with more people to get out, so it'll make us better players. All right, love, peace, play them till they come. Make that money, y'all. God bless.